My name is Sarah Tranter, and I'm a registered nurse here in San Francisco. Welcome to my apartment kitchen, which many would argue would be hard to make a great meal in, but you just have to get creative. And you can totally do it and it's worthwhile. So today I want to show you how I make cumin roasted veggie tacos. Who doesn't love a good taco? So just for the sake of time, I've pre-cut a lot of my vegetables, so I'm going to go through what is in our vegetable medley here, okay? So here we've got zucchini and some yellow summer squash, and I've diced these up. Now these are both from the same family. They offer a great source of carotenoids. They have antioxidant properties that are going to reduce your risk of chronic disease, and obviously the different colors, different varieties are all going to give you a little bit different array of phytonutrients, which is so good. You want to broaden that profile of the different antioxidants that you're getting to really boost your immune system. So next we have some peppers. Now this is just one of several variety of sizes that I've put in here, but peppers are a great source of vitamin C, vitamin A, folate, fiber, so I've also diced several of these and put them in our mix. I'm going to just set those aside. Next I've got our onion and garlic. So red onion and garlic today, and they're both from the allium family, and they not only add great flavor, but they add anti-cancer, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory compounds that just do amazing things for your immune system. So the best way to actually access those compounds is when these items have been crushed, chopped, or chewed. So I've chopped my red onion, I've crushed my garlic. Now the best way to kind of let them build their shield to go against some high heat is just to let them sit out at room temperature for about 10 minutes, and I've already done that. So I'm going to go ahead and add my red onion to my mix here, and also my garlic. And next on the list we've got some corn. Now this is actually a frozen variety from Trader Joe's, and fresh would be, ideal, but frozen is what I had. So we're gonna talk a little bit about fresh versus frozen. Now frozen isn't something to shy away from. Frozen can actually be a great way to maintain the vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients in any fruit or vegetable because they're frozen at the peak of their ripeness. So really you're still going to get a lot from a frozen vegetable. So I'm going to go ahead and add the corn here. And then we also have some tomatoes, and I'm going to show you here. So something interesting about one of the nutrients in tomatoes is that it contains a lot of lycopene. Now you're probably very familiar with lycopene, but the interesting thing about lycopene is that it's not most readily absorbed until it's actually been cooked. There's a lot higher levels in our bloodstream if we eat a cooked tomato versus a raw tomato. Now I'm going to hurry and dice this and add to this, and I wanted to share a little funny story. So I actually am friends with a chef here in San Francisco, and I love to pick his brain about better ways to do things, faster ways to do things, because I realized eating so much fresh produce that I spend a lot of my day chopping. So one of the things he actually told me is that when you're doing, several of one item at a time, do it kind of assembly line style. If I was doing several tomatoes at one time, I would probably do all the same cut for all those different tomatoes all in a row, and then I'd swap and do, my perpendicular cut all at the same time on each of the tomatoes. And then I'm going to actually lay it down and dice it here. And I've got a serrated knife so it doesn't slip on that silky tomato skin. And you actually can save a lot of time doing it assembly line style because the longer you're doing one sort of cut with a knife, the faster you get at it. So by the end, you've actually saved yourself a lot of time, which is so helpful when I'm cutting fresh fruits and vegetables all day long. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the mix here. And then we're just about ready to get it roasting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and roast the vegetables with just the tiniest little bit of avocado oil. Now it's important to choose avocado oil versus, let's say, olive oil, because this has a very high smoke point. So that's going to eliminate free radicals that could, put themselves into our food if if we used a lower smoke point oil. Now I'm going to just use about a teaspoon here to keep this meal low fat. Now that's plenty. And I've also got some salt and some cumin ready here. I'm going to just add that to my vegetables. I'm going to mix those up. And once these are all nice and mixed, then we're just going to throw them on this parchment paper lined baking sheet and put them in the oven. And I did want to tell you, we actually have some corn tortillas here. They're organic, non-GMO variety. If you can find that at your local health food store, that would be the best option. And then once the vegetables are done roasting, we're going to top with some fresh lime, fresh cilantro, and fresh avocado. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on our baking sheet. You can see that beautiful rainbow of vegetables here. And we'll get those roasting. Welcome back. Vegetables are just about done roasting, so I'm going to grab them out. You can see that they're done when they're just barely starting to change color a little bit, getting a little light brown to them. Ooh, and they smell amazing. Ooh, I wish I could smell that through the camera here. Okay, we'll let those sit for just a second, and I wanted to mention that I also had some beans warming on the oven. I have an organic low sodium variety, which is best to choose either a no salt or low sodium variety of any of your canned goods. So I've had those warming on the stove. I'm just going to add those to one of my corn tortillas. Add a few beans here, and those will actually help increase the absorption of our vitamins from our vegetables, and also increase that satiety, that feeling of fullness from a good meal. Then we'll add some of these yummy roasted veggies. Make sure to get all the varieties in there. Then I'm going to just squeeze a bit of lime on. And grab my avocado. Fresh avocado, nothing better. Nice healthy fats. And then a little bit of fresh cilantro. And there you have it. Cumin roasted fresh vegetable tacos. Can't wait to dig in. Hope we'll be cooking together again soon.